Hello, guys. Welcome to topic for this week. We're going to carry it over from last week, and so we continue to discuss sexuality and pornography and some of the themes that we've all, or most of us, have lived and experienced, and likely will continue to face. So, we're going to be talking a lot about shame, and it's a big part of this for us as men. And my point in talking about it is not to glorify it or put it first, but to really try and do the antidote to shame, which is to say it, to take it out of the dark, to shine some light on it, to admit to it. And this is a really powerful process. It's totally natural to feel avoidant or aversive to this process. It's really, really uncomfortable. And what I can tell you is that there's an incredible spring of life and energy and passion and love and connection that's available on the other side. Once we once we process that shame, once we metabolize that shame. So that's my focus, is metabolizing that shame. So we're going to do some uncomfortable exercises, and we're going to be vulnerable. We're going to say things that we have not wanted to admit to any others. And we're going to hold each other in that. We're not going to try and fix it. We're just going to recognize it, try and recognize it for what it is. Something that's been holding us back. It's this part of ourselves, that's so ashamed, that it's been holding us back, specifically holding us back from love and connection with women. Whether it's friendship, partners, doesn't matter. We're wanted. This is one of the four reasons why I came up with why we do this work. And I hope this list grows as we work together. But why do we do this? Because we're wanted. Why do we go through the difficult process of desexualizing women and girls? Because men who have that sexual mastery are wanted. Men who take responsibility for their sexual energy, for their gaze, for their role in society. We're wanted. We're wanted first by ourselves. This is a part of ourselves that we had to abandon long ago when we discovered pornography, or when we first hurt a woman sexually. We wanted by ourselves. We want these life-giving parts of ourselves back. We want sexual sovereignty. We're also wanted by other men. We can admit that there are men in our lives who want to see a role model, who want to see a guy who's sexually healthy, who has a rich and dynamic and complicated relationship with the feminine in himself and in the women around him. We're wanted by women. I can't say this for certain, but I kind of get this sense that women women talk. I mean, we that's a lot more than guys. This is well known, and women want good guys. I think as guys, we've been sold this false dichotomy between being the good guy who gets friend zoned and being the bad boy who gets sex, intimacy. I don't know what, to be honest. Sex, I think, is the story usually, but power, dominance, control. What are we getting by being the bad guy? The work of desexualizing women is realizing that they're fully human, that they are not reducible down to their sex, to their bodies, to their expression. They're not reducible to these parts of themselves, just as we aren't. We are wanted for our past crimes. We are wanted to stand forward and own our past crimes for the times that we have perpetrated violence against women and girls, especially sexual violence. And we are wanted by our dharma. I don't know if I'm way out to lunch here, but it actually doesn't seem that hard. Like, yes, there are some things that we sacrifice as guys when we desexualize women, like some of the fantasies and the kinky imaginations and the pleasure of using our minds, using our imagination to gaze at women pornographically, and then obviously actually using pornography and all of that. We give up these things. We forfeit them. But we forfeit them because we recognize that they're not ours to begin with. We were never given a right. We have never had a right for sexual access to women. We have never had the right to sexually objectify, gaze at, or harass women. Human being to human being, we have been abusing our power. And now there's a gaping hole that men have left in healthy society. And we are wanted by this vacancy. Three other reasons why we do this. Number one is to protect women and girls, to reconnect with that part of ourselves, the protector that got exiled years ago when we first started sexual violence, pornography, whatever it is, whenever it started for you, whatever it was, intimate violence in a relationship. Maybe, yeah, I don't want to be explicit. This journey is for everyone, regardless of what the transgressions were. I mean that, regardless. It doesn't matter what you've done. You are not what you have done. You are what you choose to do with it, how you choose to respond. So this process gives us another chance to define ourselves, gives us a chance to redefine ourselves. The thing with protecting women and girls is that it's caught up in this savior complex and this hero complex that really gratifies us. That's not protection. That's something else, or it's protection plus something else. My point is, true protection must start with protecting women and girls from ourselves. Then from the men closest to us that we have an influence in, and then from all men, strangers, etc. This is a tough truth of protection. The whole point of this journey is integrity, to bring together the divided parts of ourselves. And when a part of ourself is trying to stand forward and protect women and girls, when a part of ourself is trying to exercise this strength and power and this gift that we can bring humanity. But then there's another part of us who's willing to cross the line, not in integrity. And this inner battle will forever hold us back. So we first protect women from ourselves. And that is a very fruitful path. There are a multiplicity of ways that guys can protect women from themselves. There's a lot of fruit there for those who want to go down that path. Second reason, or third now. So there was that we are wanted to protect women and girls. And third is for our honor, for our integrity, to be able to trust ourselves again, to know that we're doing the work to not be one of the bad apples, to free ourselves from the immense burden of shame. This burden of shame that we've been carrying since we discovered pornography, likely as young boys, since we learned through social reinforcement of all kinds, we learned that we could abuse women and girls and get away with it. And since that point, our honor has been outcast. And it's time to unburden and regain our honor. Lastly, we want to transform our relationship with the feminine. We want to desexualize women so that we can see their full humanity, so that we're not shackled by lust and objectification, so that we no longer see women and their domination as a means to an end, as a measure of our manhood. No longer. We measure our manhood against a different standard. And I propose we measure it against a 180-degree inverted standard. That the further you're willing to go to metabolize your shame and start acting based on values, based on the values of the warrior and the protector and the hero, that's a measure of manhood. We want sexual sovereignty. We want to enjoy our erotic energy. We want to trust our erotic energy, to trust ourselves and our ability to not control it, but to relate to it, to have a healthy relationship with our sexual energy so that it can give us life and energy and motivation and purpose, and so that it can invigorate our relationships and bleed out into the rest of our lives. This really intense, deep, profound energy that is in our sexuality. So these are the 4 reasons that I came up with for why we do this, what we desire. Hopefully more to come. So in summary, I think, yeah, the standard measurement and redefining success and failure. So speaking to how we measure our manhood, I, it's not a failure to fuck up in this. It's like we make mistakes. We're all conditioned. We're all programmed by the society. Even the best of us. Doesn't matter how much you know. Doesn't matter how much you've read. Doesn't matter how strong you were in the past. You can still make mistakes, and we all still need these redos, this chance to begin again. And that success is the beginning again. It's getting back on the wagon. So success is not about perfection, nor is it about meeting unrealistic moral standards, nor is it about beating ourselves up. Success is measured in our willingness to face our shame, to learn from it, and transform it into resolve and courage for follow through actions, for integrity. It's time to do the thing, guys. Success is felt. Success is felt by ourselves and by the people around us, especially women and girls. If you're on the journey of sexual healing as a man and you want a mirror to see your reflection of your healing, see if you can get some honest, candid feedback from women in your life. Don't expect girls to help you out. But from the right women in your life, they can confirm or deny that you're how they feel around you, how they feel when you look at them, how they feel when they can tell you're watching them dance, how they feel when they see you flirting with their friend. It's a good mirror. But primarily, we feel the difference. So, oh man, is it a felt difference. And I'm hopeful to hear what that looks like for y'all. I don't want to put too much of myself into that one and what I feel. Success is gaining interpersonal skills and learning how to be the full human that we want to be and that the women in our lives want us to be. Success is when we finally get to enjoy friendship, love, sex, intimacy, playfulness, sensuality, enjoyment of the senses. Like it's all in there. It's all in this root issue, this root shame. So the only way really to fail is to disengage, to deny, or to refuse accountability. That's it. There's no dishonor in mistakes, only in refusing to face them. So in summary, this is, to me, this is sharing in men's collective dharma, our collective duty and gift that we can offer the world. And I say the most heroic act is simply facing our deepest shame, looking our darkest demon in the eye, and befriending it, transforming it into a daemon, a spiritual guide. We seek to take an active role in dismantling the culture of sexual objectification and exploitation of women and girls. This is not about bipartisan politics, guilt, blame, self-censorship, or performative allyship. It's about genuine commitment to growth, accountability, and action. So we recognize that shame, when embraced with courage, can be a tool for transformation rather than a weight that paralyzes us. By engaging in this process, we acknowledge it's an ongoing journey. It's an ongoing journey. There's a spectrum of behaviors towards women and girls that are harmful to, on the other end, accountable and healing. And this, for us, is a lifelong commitment. There is no expiration on this commitment. So I'm working on forging a path for us and making a bit of a program out of it. I'm interested to see where it goes. And thank you. Thank you for engaging in this work with me. Thank you for receiving my words and my heart and how much I care about this and how much it means to me. I've been doing this kind of work, specifically sexual healing. I don't know what to call it, but just talking about sex. Since I was 16, I started public speaking, and that was my topic. At the time, it was puritanical, like sexual purity from a cult that I was raised in. But now it's just me seeing with my own eyes, feeling with my own heart, and trying to live my dharma. So, thank you.